everybody, my name is Naomi and we are Z Infinity Creations. I am going to make today one of my dragonflies. It's here. This is one of my dragonflies, the little wire. I use dip UV resin. I have my different colored wires. They're 26 gauge. And I'm going to show you how I put together my dragonflies. Alright, so blue is Zeffy and my favorite color, so we're going to go with blue. Let's see. Alright, so now I do like to make the ones with the, let's see, I'll show you. Like I did on this one, I made with the little dream catchers, because dream catchers are kind of my thing, and so are dragonflies, so I had to put them together. Alright, so I will make one with the dream catcher and one without. So first, one without is, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do about 7. Cut it. I usually eyeball it. I usually don't measure it out. It's about maybe almost, I'm thinking it's about 1.5 feet. Alright, so put the two ends together and make a little circle. This is going to be the top of, like, by the head. And start twisting. I'm going to twist it till I get to about maybe 1 inch or 1.5 inches, depending on how long I want the body to be. Now these ones, without the dream catcher on it, I usually make a little hole at the bottom, or a little circle at the bottom, to be able to attach some beads and such. Okay, and that is what we're looking at here. I'm hoping that it's clear. You can see it. It's about 1.5 inches. I don't want to make a big dragonfly. Alright, now I'm going to turn, I'm going to make a little loop at the bottom, and I'm going to bring it, I'm going to bring it back up the body, okay? I'm hoping you can see this okay. I'm going to try to make it as tight as I can. I'm going to just, not extremely tight. You don't want to use too much of your wire because you need that wire for your wings. We're only using one line of wire to make the wings. So I want to bring it up. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put on the bead. Holy moly. That's alright. It doesn't have to have a bead. We'll make this one without a bead for the head. I really wanted to bead on that. Alright, that's okay. We don't have to. Alright, bring it all the way up to the first circle. And this is what it is going to look like. I don't know if white, yeah, let's take this off. I'm thinking you'll be able to see it better without my blue right, now we can see. There we go. Okay, so this is the top. This is the top of the dragonfly, and this is the bottom of the dragonfly. Alright, so now we take the other one, because we want that one for the other side of the wings. And we want to make the circle as close to the other circle as you can, to do the same thing, to wrap around the body, back up the body, back up to the head circle. Alright, and we want it on the other side of the circle. So now, I pull them out. Pull them out like that, sorry, to try to straighten them. Now we have this. And I should have, hopefully, long enough for the wings. We're not going to make very big wings, because that's not very much wire. But now we're going to take one side, and this is at the head, to make a wing. And I usually eyeball it. Okay, now you want to take this wire on the bring it over on the other side, over top, go underneath, like that, and then make a smaller one for the bottom. I don't have much to work with. I should have made more wire. No, honey. No, honey. I know, you like my wire. My kitty likes my wire. She wants to help. Alright, and then back down the body. And you can use my your needle nose and all that. Pliers to push in that end piece. Alright, and then I'll pull these out a little bit. Now I want to secure them. So take, you'll see like which way you should go. Do 2 twists. 1, just to secure it. Right there. 2. Like there's a certain way that the wires are going, so you'll know which way to go to do 2 twists. And this one, 1, 2, as close as you can to the body. All right, and I'm gonna pull this out, but I don't want them too skinny. I don't want them too fat, honey. And that is one side of the wings. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other side. So I'm going to flip it. I don't need help, honey. I don't need help. And this, actually, because I pulled the wire underneath, pulled the wire underneath to secure it to the body. Stop. You put a hole in my ring. Okay, so we want to make it closer to the, up here now. So I'm going to twist it around the body and bring it back around here to make it closer up to the body again. Now we're going to do the same thing. Eyeball it and make it as close as you can to the first one. Okay? It's never going to be perfect. It never is. Bring it behind and down to make the bottom wing. I really should have made this wire longer. Oh my goodness. I got it back. Honey, you're so cute. I know you love my dragonflies, but I don't need any help. My love bug. I love that you want to help me. I do. Alright, so now we're going to twist these to secure them. I can tell that the bottom of the top wing is over the other ones, and it wants to go this way, so I'm going to twist it this way. 1, 2, and this is the same right here. 1, 2. And I can already tell this side is smaller than this side, but that's fine. No worries. We're fine. It ain't gonna hurt it. Alright. Trying to shape them as much as you can. This one's a little bit smaller too, but you're not gonna tell really. It's gonna be curled, and I usually curl it up with my fingers. Up. Curl it up. See, now this one's really small. I wish I didn't do it that small. Holy moly. Okay. There. And, whoops. My goodness. Honey, you're kind of taking up a lot of room. And that is my wire. Dragonfly. Yes, honey, we know. You love the dragonflies. I know you do. You're a good girl. Alright, now I'm going to make one. Okay, don't touch it. Listen, honey, you have to get down. Alright, let me take care of my honey so that I can have my space to be able to make another one. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, which is about 2 feet, because we're going to use this one wire to do the whole dragonfly. It's 26 gauge. I'm going to put the 2 ends together. Sorry about the background, I shut it off. 2 ends together, and make a circle, because that is what you're going to hang, like a hook or whatever you're going to put on it to hang it. Twist it to make the body, and you make it about 1.5 inches, 1 inch or 1.5 inches. You don't want it too long. Let's see. That is about 1 inch. I want it a little bit longer. And don't ever try to make it perfect, because nothing is ever perfect. Alright, I like that length. That's a pretty good length. So that is what we're looking at. Is the O. Alright, now put your 2 ends together, and I picked out some beads here for the head. I think I might take these off because I'm not using my UV resin right now. I'm going to take my little gloves off here because I think it would be much easier to work with the wire without my gloves on. When I get to the resin, I'll put my gloves back on. Alright. Right now we're just doing the wire. Alright, so put your 2 ends together. Alright, and I picked out a couple of beads. I don't know which ones I want. I actually really like this one. This one's really pretty. I think I'll use this one. It's kind of big, but it's alright. Alright, now when we go back up, after I make the O at the bottom, when we go back up, it's going to secure the bead on the top. So, let's see, we don't want this all twisted. Oh man. Okay. Untwist it. Alrighty. Got it. Okay. Now, we want to make an O at the bottom because I like to hang stuff from the bottom. You don't have to make it too small because you can always twist it some more to make it smaller. So bring it and wrap it around the body to secure it. Bring it back up loosely, not too closely, but like bring it in loose up to the top. Not loose, but you know, like not as tight of a twist as the first twist is what I mean, if that's understandable. Trying to explain it. Alright, bring it up to the bottom of a bead and bring it around a couple of times just to secure it. You have enough wire to be able to do your 2 wings on the side. Just do a couple just to secure that bead right there. You can always straighten it out. All that. And that's where we're at right now. We got this one right here for this side of the wings. Now we got to bring this one up for the other side. I turn it around. Bring this O as close to the other O as I can. I'm going to make that circle smaller. So after I'm done with this, I'm going to twist it and make it smaller. But first, we're going to bring it up the body to secure it. And that big ring is killing me. And what we're going to do is once we get up to the top of the bead, we're going to twist it around a couple of times just to secure it. Make sure it's on the other side of the bead as the first wire. So that will make the sets of wings on each side. And that's what we got so far. And I'm going to just make sure to twist this in the right direction. Try to hang on to it and just twist it until you get the size O that you want. Okay, that looks good. Take my little and try to just bring it close. There. And just fix your wings. Because I must have twisted it over the other side. Okay, my cat's going to help me again. This is not your dragonfly, this is my dragonfly. And this is what we got. So each wire on each side is going to make your sets of wings. So now we've got one without a bead. We've got one with a bead. Now I'm going to make one with the dream catcher circle. And all you really do is just make the bottom circle a little bit bigger, however big you want. But I want more wire because I got to make that bottom circle a little bit bigger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to go with 12. It's a little over 2 feet. We don't need that much wire. Alright. And I'm showing this again because I don't know how much my fingers are in the way, and I really want you to be able to see how I'm doing it. Put the 2 ends together. Make a circle at the top. And twist however long you want the body. I do about an inch or inch and a half. Inch and a half is usually what I do. Sometimes my wires get tangled up. Just spread them apart and keep going. Alright. Let's see how long we got. We got about an inch. It's a little crooked, but we can always fix it. We'll straighten it out. Do a little bit more because this one is a dream catcher one. We want it a little bit long. That's good. Alright, I'm going to go with that length. Okay. Oops. It's going to be about that long. No, honey. I got it. Now we want to put the bead on. So put the ends together. I picked out this bead. It's really pretty. It's got a lot of different stuff on it. I don't need any help, honey. I really don't. Alright, pull it up. Try to keep it on there. No, you leave my dragonflies alone, honey. Listen. No. Okay, come on. You can watch, but you can't touch. Only watching, okay? Alright, pull your wires apart like this at the bottom because you want to make a good circle. I like to make about that size. Can you see it? Honey, leave it alone. Secure it on the body and twist up the body to secure the bead for the head. Okay, do a couple of times to secure the bead. And we got this. This is what we got right now. Now we want to do this circle as close to this circle as we can. Turn it around because I'm right-handed. That's why I always turn it around to do it on the right side. Make the circle as close as you can to the other circle and twist it around the body to secure it. Once you get up to the head, you want it to go on the other side so we can make the other side of the wings. Pull it to make it straight, or not straight, curled, and to straighten out any kinks. Alright, now we want to try to shape our circle here. Of course, it's never perfect. It's never right on point, but it all comes together. Don't worry. And that is what we got. Next will be the wings. Okay, so take and just eyeball it. However big you think you might want the wings. Over, under, make the bottom one smaller. Over and under and around the body. Stop. No, honey. You're screwing me up, dude. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Alright, we got it. Honey, leave it alone. I know you like my dragonflies. I know you. We can straighten it all out after. Just twist it around the body. Cut the end. I'm hoping my fingers are not in the way. I'm trying to do it as best as I can to show you. That's why I wanted to show you all three. Honey, listen. Honey, you cannot play with dragonflies. You have to only watch, okay? You're only watching. Nope, you're only watching. No playing. Alright, now we're going to twist to secure our wings. 1, 2. Straighten it out. Bring this one here. This one I'm noticing wants to go this way, so I'm going to go this way. 1, 2. And sometimes they don't look very pretty, but that's okay. Nothing is perfect, okay? Nothing's perfect. Okay, and that's what that looks like. See, mine don't look perfect at all. I'm never perfect. Nobody's ever perfect. But now we want to bring this, because see how it went down? We want to bring it in between and then over top to bring it to the other side, back up under the head, okay? Alright. Now, we're going to do the other side. Try to eyeball it as best as you can. Over, see, I know my thumb is in the way. I'm going over and under these wings to do the bottom one. Over, over, and under, and then around the body. I'm just hoping my thumb is not in the way. I think my thumb kept getting in the way. I'm so sorry about that. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully you're understanding it enough and able to do your own dragonflies. Alright, now I'm going to, and I'm going to do 2 twists. 1, 2. They're very easy to mold into shape. 1, 2. Alright. Now, see, this one's way bigger than this one. Still, that's fine. We're alright. It's going to work out, trust me. It's going to look beautiful, and it don't matter if that's not the same size. We're going to curl them up. And you're not even going to be able to do that. Okay? That's why I curl them up. It's harder to be able to tell what size they are. Okay. And that is the one that will have the dream catcher in the bottom. The next step is going to be to do my UV dip. I do it a little differently though. I don't dip it in because the little container of UV dip that I have is extremely small, and I actually, honey, even with the bigger one that I had, it still wasn't a big enough jar to be able to dip them in. So it's a little messy how I do it, but it works. It works for me. And I will show you that next. Now we are ready to do the dip resin. I'm going to do this one first. Okay. I do them curled. I don't straighten them out. It just works for me. I did have to heat up my UV resin because it gets cold in here. And it needs to be heated up so that it's nice and liquidy and easier to maneuver. I just try to make sure I have that covered without it being a hole. And sometimes it takes a little bit because alright. Now, I'm going to get it underneath my light, which is over here. Actually, I could have used my little light so you guys can see it. And I keep turning it, that way it doesn't make a bubble or like a ball. Once I get it enough to where it's semi done, semi UV'd. Then I'm going to put it under my big lamp to fully do the rest of it. Right here, underneath my big lamp. Alright. And I'll put it down like this. That way it's not touching. Alright, and then I'll do... That's why I like to do like more than one at a time, because this way, by the time I do one of each, and I go back to the first one, oh for goodness sake, come on baby, come on, oh no, see this way is a pain, but they need to make bigger containers for this dip resin, because how am I supposed to do this? Sometimes it does take a couple tries. I do eventually get it, and the bigger the wing is, the harder it is to... And I will be back. Put the dip resin away. And we'll get the other resin out that I'm going to use and my inks and show you how I do the color. I will be back, guys. So now I'm going to take them out. They're all fully cured. And I'm going to turn around and shape them. I mean, we can't make them like bigger or smaller, but we can put them in the right direction. We can curl them a little bit. How I want it. Oh, not too much. Okay. We can curl them a little bit better after we do the color resin. The other UV resin color. Alright, I just want to put them in the positions that I want them to be in for the next step. Shape them out, make them all tweet, and straighten their heads out. Alright, got it. Alright, so do them in the same order again. All right, now this time I am going to let me get my knife, because I do want to take those. That's better. Alrighty. Now, when I do this, I'm going to do my regular UV resin, not the dip. And I'm going to put a little bit in my little dish here. Put this over here. Get my toothpick. Pop that bubble. It's okay, again, no, if there's bubbles, that's okay. And I'm going to be using my homemade alcohol inks, which I made by my pearl mica powder and 91% isopropyl alcohol. I've got magenta for the red, purple for the purple, blue for the blue. Sometimes I mix them up, actually. I do like to put them together. do like the gold on these ones though. But I also made a white one with, it was a pigment, white pigment and 91% isopropyl alcohol. Hopefully, I'm hoping it works. It's the first time I'm using it. So I'm hoping that my homemade alcohol inks are going to work. Alright, so I'm going to do both of them. I'm going to put some resin on top. I'm going to fill the whole thing with a good amount of resin, because I'm going to be putting an alcohol ink in there. I need to have a good amount. Do both sides. I always do both. Alright. Now I'm going to set this down here for a minute. This is the blue one. And I gotta hurry because I don't want that UV resin to drip. Put a little. Okay. I did one drop. So, that one's a little bit too much, so I'm going to let it drip a little bit because we don't want too much. Alright. Should have opened this. Alright, I'm going to put some white in there. And if it drips off, it's okay. That just means I put too much in there. And look how pretty that is. It's like a pretty blue and white. I'm going to put it... Now you want to keep moving it because I see like a spot. It'll keep moving. So you want to keep moving it until it won't move no more. And then put it underneath the big. And it's looking good. Alright. And I'm going to put it face up under my lamp. And off to the next one. Let me wipe my space here a little bit. Oh, I should have my gloves on, but I'm not really touching that much. Alright, let me get my magenta open. I'm going to get them all open. As long as I don't tip them over. I'm using my little telephone slash tablet holder for my alcohol ink holder. It's my alcohol ink holder now. It can be whatever I want it to be. Right? Alright, let's do this. Okay. I might speed you up here. Because it's pretty much the same thing. I just want to make sure I have enough resin on there for the wings to take on some color. Alright. And we want magenta. Move it around, and we want a little bit of white. Move it around, and we want there's too much on there. Shake it off a little bit. There. And what it does is it's so pretty. I don't know if you can see it, but it makes like little veins in it. I'm loving it. That's very nice. I love how that turned out. That turned out very pretty. I love it. It's still moving, so I'm going to wait to put it under the big light. There, now it's starting to... And I want those veins to stay. I love them. They're gorgeous. Makes it look more realistic. It's so pretty. I mean, not that dragonfly wings are colored. I don't think they are, but my dragonfly wings are colored. Okay. Mine are colored. I like color. Now we're going to do the purple. This one's a big one, so I might... I don't want to waste it. This might take me a minute here. Put under the lamp. Let me show you. Look at the veins. Can you see them? Oh, they're gorgeous. I just hope it's not moving too much. Might. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so I put together these little charm thingy jiggles. I will show you, I will do ones just to show you how I do it. I have these extra dragonflies that I did, so I'll do another one just to show you how I did these, which is basically the same way that I did the dragonfly, only smaller and no wings. I mean, there's a little bit different to it, but alright, so I cut about 8 inches, 7 inches of wire, same color as the dragonfly. Put the two ends together, make an O at the top, and twist as long, or about as long as I want to put the beads on, which will be about, I think I want about maybe an inch, a little bit less than an inch. Alright, put that together, and I want to make the ends equal, so I'm going to snip so that it'll be easier to put the beads on. Alright, now I got to pick my beads. I got my beads right here. Let's see, I'll put it in the picture. Alright, I try to do like a really tiny one. First, I'll go like small, medium, maybe big, then medium, just back to small. And this one I'm doing for the top. The bottom would be different because I like to put like a dangly on it, usually in the bottom. See, this one's the bottom for the purple one. I put a little dangly moon on. Alright, so let me put on, let's see, I'll do for blue. So I'll usually do for the colors, I'll do whites and blues mixed together. Just pull it on to there. Make sure you see it. Okay, can you see it? Let me think. Okay, let me do. I'm going to do this one for a medium. crystally, like a smoky crystal. Ooh, this one's a very pretty blue. I definitely want to use that one. That will go really pretty with the blue. Alright, let's see. Oh, a square. Crystal square. It's like a I don't know how you say it right. I might be saying this wrong. Swarovski? You know what I'm saying? Swarovski crystals. That's what those little square ones are. Alright, and then I'm going to put my nice blue bead on there. That's a pretty crystally blue bead. That'll be really pretty. Now, let's do, let me see, what do I want to do? Where are my curly, not pearl, this is what I want. It's got like a line in the light. It's really pretty for like, see now these ones that I'm making, these dragonflies that I'm making, they're like sun catchers. So I'm trying to put like crystally, really pretty stuff that'll really shine in the light. Because these look amazing on like the car rear view mirror. They look really nice. Okay, so now I'm only going to show this one, me making it, and I'll let you know how I do the dangly once I get to that part. Alright, one more little bead, which I want to be a little crystal blue. Okay. But since it'll be the same. Alright, so leave one straight, bring this one over. Now I want to make an O to be able to attach it to my O here on the dragonfly. Now I'm going to twist it around. About 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 while I'm hanging on to the bottom. And do the same with the other one. 1, 2, 3, not maybe 4. Okay. Now I want them on separate sides because I'm going to cut as close as I can to the bead. I usually do it over my magnet. My magnet catches my little wires, so I don't have them everywhere. But my magnet is attached to my table, so I can't really do that. Alright, and that should be fine. So, this part I would attach how I'm going to be attaching these. Okay, now so when you do the bottom part, when you do that first O, before you start going around, put on your dangly to make it go into that hole, and then go around. I just want to fix this one little part. Okay, that's better. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to put that aside, because I'll put that one with that one. These ones are going to be, these are the 3 that we did earlier. Alright, now, I'm not going to attach the bottom just yet, because I'm going to do a dream catcher in there with some gold thread that I have. But I also wanted to attach some butterfly, some teeny tiny butterflies. Let me see if I can find one more butterfly. There we go. So we can have a butterfly for each dragonfly. Alright, so now we put this away. And we'll have this. This will go here, and this, I want to do the sugar skull on this one. That's going to go there. And this one is going to go here. Like that. Put my little, that. And this one is going to go here. Alright, so I don't need that bead. I was thinking about putting this or this on for the bottom for the blue, but I decided not to. I decided to go with a sugar skull, even though it's a little bit of a greenish, but I put some green beads on there too, just to mesh with it. I'll use these for maybe over here on these ones. Alright, so I'm going to use my UV resin to attach my little butterflies. Let's see. I want to attach my little butterfly right here. Get my... cure that for about 5 minutes, and I will be right back. Okay, so now I'm just gonna attach. I'm actually gonna, these are what I'm gonna be using for my little hooks, which I usually just hook it onto like a key ring or something on that's already on my rear view mirror, because I have other stuff on my rear view mirror. And clamp that closed so that way it stays on there. And I got some purple jump rings, red jump rings, and blue jump rings for each one. And I'll just attach the jump ring. Let's see, to this and this. I usually like to overlap them just to make sure they're secure. And that for that one. I'm going to put that one after I do the dream catcher. Now I'll speed through this so you don't have to be bored watching me do the same exact thing. Alright, now I will next do the web. Okay, so I am using a gold, I don't know if you can see it, it's like a gold thread. It's very dainty on my little needle. sure got enough to work with. Alright. Now I want to attach, let me move these guys over here. These guys over here. That's little guy. Okay. Now, first I need to attach my thread to the starting point. Where I want my spider web to start. And it's going to be right underneath this butterfly to the left of it. I'm going to do 2 knots. I forgot I had my hot pad on. I gotta turn that off. Scissors, scissors, where are the scissors? Alright. I'm gonna cut that as close as I can. I need smaller scissors. I actually have smaller scissors. Let me get them. I have some. Handy dandy drawer. Okay. Oh, I thought I had scissors in here. I don't. Okay, that's okay. These are good. These will work. I thought I had little scissors in my nail case. Alright, let's see here. Put this out back and cut it back here. Alright. That. Alright, now what I want to do is, how I'm going to secure it throughout is with UV resin. So, let me make sure my light is on. And just touch that. I'm pulling the thread to where I want to go next. That way when I UV resin this, it'll be pointing in the correct direction. That should be good. Alright, now, why I have my needle on here is, alright, so it's going to go this way, and have it underneath. I'm going to go over and put my needle in to make a little loop, and I'm going to pull it taut to make sure it stays taut. Dab a little bit of UV on there. Hear that? Oh my gosh, that hot pad is really hot. You turn it off. I had it on for my dip resin because it gets cold in here, so I have to heat up my dip resin for it to work properly. Alright. And again, the thread is under. I take my needle. Go in that hole in between the thread and the wire. And it makes like a loop. And I want to bring it over to where I want it to be. This is my little needle guy. He holds on to my needles. And then I'm going to hold that so it's not too tight because you don't want to bend the wire very much. But you want it to be tight enough so that it's not loose either. I don't want it loose. A little dab. A little light. And this will kind of pull the two wires together a little bit. It'll help keep those guys together. Alright, that doesn't seem like I did it well enough. I don't want that much. Okay. Now it's okay if you put a little too much on there. It looks like water beads, which dragonflies and spider webs have water beads on them, so it looks kind of cool. No biggie. Alright, hopefully. Once I get this first round done, I'm going to put it under my big UV lamp just to make sure that I have my flies. Little teen tie fly. Alright, I am going to put this underneath my big lamp just to make sure that it is fully UV'd or fully cured. And in the middle of the web, excuse me, there's usually like a little stone or a little bead that I put in there. And that's what that's going to be for. I will be back in a few minutes. I want this to fully cure. And we'll go on the next round. Alright, so I'll do the next round, which will be a little bit different than the first, but kind of the same. Alright, so we go into, from the middle, we go in through the middle, in between the thread and the wire, and that will make it, and then pull it over top to pull tight to UV resin. the end with a little tail, because you're going to UV resin that tail on the back. So that it's not sticking out. Yeah. Toothpick. Okay. Just want to make sure. There. Alright. Now, I'm going to UV that under my big light. Just to make sure it's all nice and secure. And I'll be right back in about 5 minutes. Okay, last part is putting this jump ring on so we can attach this to the dream catcher. And that will be it. That will be it. Okay. And there's our dream catcher, sun catcher, dragonfly. There. Now I've got all 3 of them done. I will hang them up so that I can show you what they look like hung up. It's nighttime here right now, so I can't do it in the car. Oh, we gotta fix the wings. The wings get a little wonky when you work on other parts. No biggie, no biggie. Very fixable. Alright. And that is my dragonflies. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching. And I'll try and hang them so that you can see them hung. Bye.